Hey, sorry about the bad lighting there, YouTube, but kind of on the back side of these two totes here, I was looking for one of my old skull crushers to make a custom with. It was one of the white ones with the blue base. Trying to do it like I do when I hunt through a box. Find it from the side, and I think I just found it. Yep, that is it. Let's see if we can dig that out. There it is. Boom, that's the one I was looking for. Let's make it custom. Alright, we got it open. Now we just gotta drill it out so we can start making our custom. Alright, now I want to get that tampo off of the head of the skull. So I'm going to use a little paint thinner to get it off. Alright, I got most of the tampo off. There's a little bit that's still left in the crack that's on the top of the skull, so I'm going to go in with my little pokey dealy and try and clean out the rest of that. Alright, there we go. Tampo is off. And now for the rest of this custom, I need to spray paint the interior of this black, and you'll see why in just a minute. Alright, I got the body here ready to go. I'm outside so I can spray it. I've got my Rust-Oleum flat black, and I'm going to spray the inside, and I'm going to go back and forth straight down. And the idea is to cover the entire inside, but also spraying straight down will allow the spray paint to go through the eye sockets as well as the ribs. And underneath, what it does is it leaves a haze which highlights the ribs, and it'll highlight around the eyes and around some of the cheekbones, which gives a really cool effect when done. So see if I can do this while I'm holding the camera. Alright, that's it. We'll check it out when it dries. Alright, and with the body drying, I can focus on the base. Getting the wheels off and doing our wheel swap. Careful when you're snipping wheels off like this. You don't want to take an axle to the eye or something. Just to show you again what happens when you snip them without holding them in place. Yeah, who knows where those went. I think I saw one of the wheels actually go all the way across my room. Yeah, all the way across my room. Scary stuff. The wheel, not the thing you really got to be scared about. It's the axle. This thing comes out like a frickin' dart. Alright, but we got our wheels off. Base is ready to go. We've got some really awesome wheel donors. There we go. Back tires and the front tires. And this is what I use for my axles. 2-inch head pins that I got at my local craft shop. These things are pretty nice. They're made for, you know, just arts and craftsy projects, jewelry, things of that nature. You can get these in multiple different colors. I've seen them in black, bronze, gold, couple different variations of silver. Mine is the chrome. You can get it in kind of a more of a flat or matte, or kind of like, I guess it's supposed to look brushed. So you can get them to match up to whatever, whatever wheel you have going on. Back tires with the axle on. Figure out a good place to cut it at, and then I can bend my axle over. Alright, I gotta bring this closer to me, so I'm gonna do this off camera just because it's a pain. Right. Now we got our wheels on. Pretty sick, huh? If you guys haven't seen my wheel swap video, I'm sure most of you have. I use those head pins, I push it all the way through to one side, and then on the other side, I simply bend the end of it over into just a little L, just a 90-degree bend. And if you get a head pin that matches the same, I got chrome ones to match the chrome of my wheels, you can barely see that little bend that's in there. So there's ways of hiding it. I know it's not the cleanest end, but it works great, and with the naked eye, you can't really see it at all. Alright, I got a couple sides of Velcro here. I'm going to stick the fuzzy side. I'm going to cut a little square and put it right over the center of the axle. Nice little tiny square. It's going right over where the axle gets pinched in. That way I'm not disrupting the hole where the post goes through, and I'm also not disrupting where the interior rests. Alright, and here we have a club earring. Little raver club earring. When you twist the two halves together, the LED comes on. And I picked a blue LED because the interior of the skull crusher is blue, and it just helps to make this blue pop even more. I've got a little square of the other side of the Velcro that I'm sticking to this so that I can attach it to the piece of Velcro that's inside the skull crusher. There, I've got the Velcro curled around the edge there so I can still turn the piece and activate it. I'll give you a little example here if I can get it to work here. Turn it on. Stick it to the Velcro that's right in the center there. It's a little wiggly, but once you get the interior over it, it'll stay in place. Just like that. Sick. Next step now is to check the top, check the body, make sure that the paint got on there right, do whatever I need to do that, and put the two halves together. Show you the results. And the body is mostly dry. The reason that I painted the inside of this black is not to highlight the ribs and the skull on the other side. It was to keep light from transferring through it. Last time I made one of these where I didn't spray the inside, the whole thing lit up blue and it really kind of killed the effect. So I sprayed the inside of the other one black just to kind of, keep the light from coming through. But the effect it caused on the other side was insane. Check this out. How sick is that? The paint coming through the rib holes, coming through some of the edges, and then coming through the eyes completely highlights the skull. Now all I have to do is connect the two pieces together. And now with the black painted through the inside, you only get the light coming through the ribs and through the eye holes. Of course, a little bit around the edges, but that's okay too. It kind of illuminates it as it's cruising along. Let me turn my lights off so you guys can get a better look at it. Not completely dark in my room. I am doing this during the day, but you get the idea. Alright, I'll put a link to those earrings in the description below. I got them off of Amazon. If you go on Amazon or just the internet in general and type in LED club earrings. You'll come up with a whole bunch of different varieties, and the vast majority of them are small enough to fit within a Hot Wheel, so you can do all kinds of crazy customs with them. Sick, right? Love it, love it, love it. All right, well, thanks for hanging out, guys. Checking out my custom. This is one of my favorite customs to make. I've made these a few times and sent them out to people. And I was kind of sad that I didn't keep one for myself, so had to remake it and keep one for myself. There you go. I hope you guys are out hunting. Hope you guys are out finding cool things, doing cool things. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.